1. A water safety instructor, WSI, is teaching a class of mixed-skill adults. To align with adult learning principles, the instructor should primarily A. Provide preset drills with no modifications. B. Encourage learners to share prior experiences and relate them to new skills. C. Avoid feedback until the end of the session. D. Limit instruction to demonstration only. 2. When designing a curriculum for advanced swimmers, which strategy best incorporates evaluation methods to track progress? A. Recording attendance only. B. Administering a single written test. C. Using skill checklists aligned with course objectives. D. Allowing peer grading without oversight. 3. A WSI is preparing a lesson plan that integrates mentoring techniques. Which approach best demonstrates mentoring? A. Assigning students homework on swimming theory. B. Modeling effective techniques and providing ongoing encouragement. C. Offering only verbal corrections during practice. D. Reducing interaction to focus on safety alone. 4. In terms of regulatory compliance, a WSI must always A. Rely solely on personal judgment when setting pool rules. B. Follow federal, state, and organizational safety standards. Create new standards unique to their teaching style. D. Ignore organizational guidelines if experienced. 5. A WSI notices a student is struggling with the front crawl due to anxiety. Which communication method best supports the learner? A. Offering corrective criticism in front of peers. A. Encouraging with positive reinforcement and active listening. C. Ignoring the issue until the student self-corrects. D. Moving the student to another class without discussion. 6. Informative evaluation. The WSI should A. Conduct feedback sessions throughout the instructional process. B. Test learners only at the end of the program. C. Use evaluations only to assign grades. D. Avoid student involvement in assessment. 7. Which of the following best demonstrates a learner-centered approach in water safety instruction? A. Delivering identical instruction to all participants. B. Tailoring practice drills to individual goals and abilities. C. Prioritizing instructor convenience over learner needs. D. Limiting practice to group-only activities. 8. When mentoring a new WSI trainee, the lead instructor should A. Assign tasks without guidance. B. Provide structured opportunities for co-teaching with feedback. C. Allow the trainee to observe only without participation. D. Correct the trainee only in front of the class. 9. Which is the most effective method to assess knowledge retention in an adult water safety course? A. Written exam only. B. Skill demonstration under realistic conditions. C. Peer discussions without instructor oversight. D. Self-assessment surveys exclusively. 10. Which best reflects curriculum development for a WSI course? A. Developing a lesson plan with clear, measurable objectives. B. Copying random drills without connection to outcomes. C. Ignoring progression and skill levels. D. Planning activities based solely on pool availability. 11. A WSI is reviewing communication strategies with diverse learners. Which approach is most effective? A. Using only technical swimming terminology. B. Adjusting explanations based on learners' backgrounds and needs. C. Avoiding visual demonstrations. D. Encouraging only one-way communication. 12. When evaluating swimming performance, a WSI should prioritize A. Observing skill application in realistic scenarios. E. Timing every lap exclusively. C. Memorization of swimming rules. D. Comparing each learner to the fastest swimmer. 13. Which is the most effective method of ensuring regulatory compliance in WSI instruction? A. Regularly reviewing updated safety standards and policies. B. Creating personal rules independent of guidelines. C. Following only state standards, ignoring national ones. D. Waiting for inspections before reviewing safety measures. 14. A WSI wants to integrate mentoring into a lifeguard preparation course. The best strategy is A. Pairing advanced students with beginners for guided practice. B. Assigning random tasks without follow-up. C. Avoiding peer interaction. D. Limiting mentorship to classroom lectures. 15. In adult learning, feedback is most effective when it is A. Specific, timely, and constructive. B. General and delayed until the end of the session. C. Critical and focused on errors only. D. Withheld to promote self-discovery. 16. Which evaluation tool best ensures fairness in assessing water safety knowledge? A. Standardized performance rubrics. B. Instructor's subjective opinion. C. Group voting. D. Open-ended peer reviews. 17. A WSI designing a safety communication plan should prioritize A. Clear, consistent messages adapted to learner comprehension levels. B. Technical jargon to establish authority. C. One-way announcements only. D. Avoiding repetition of safety reminders. 18. During curriculum planning, the sequencing of skills should be based on A. Complexity and prerequisite knowledge. B. Instructor preference alone. C. Random arrangement to keep learners guessing. D. Pool availability exclusively. 19. A WSI is training adults who prefer practical learning. Which strategy aligns best with adult learning principles? A. Emphasizing hands-on drills and real-life scenarios. B. Using lecture-only instruction. C. Limiting practice to observation. D. Repeating the same drill without explanation. 20. Which action by a WSI best reflects effective mentoring of a less experienced instructor? A. Providing ongoing feedback and modeling classroom management. B. Withholding advice to encourage independence. C. Criticizing mistakes without offering solutions. D. Limiting interaction to administrative tasks. 21. Which is the most accurate method to evaluate learners' ability to perform rescue techniques? A. Practical skill tests under simulated emergency conditions. B. Written quizzes only. C. Student self-assessments. D. Instructor lecture reviews. 22. In terms of regulatory compliance, WSIs must ensure A. Adherence to recognized safety standards during every session. B. Pool practices that suit only advanced swimmers. C. Ignoring equipment checks if pressed for time. D. Relying solely on personal swimming experience. 23. To support communication with learners experiencing language barriers, a WSI should A. Incorporate visual demonstrations and gestures. B. Use English exclusively, regardless of comprehension. C. Avoid adapting communication strategies. D. Limit instruction to written handouts. 24. When creating evaluation methods, WSIs should A. Align assessments with stated learning outcomes. B. Develop tests unrelated to the curriculum. C. Focus only on memorization-based exams. D. Use evaluations solely for grading purposes. 25. Which is the most appropriate mentoring strategy in a WSI training session? A. Setting goals collaboratively and reflecting on progress. B. Giving orders without explanation. C. Avoiding discussions about teaching philosophy. D. Minimizing feedback to save time. 26. In curriculum development, which principle ensures effective instruction progression? A. Moving from simple to complex skills. B. Starting with the most difficult techniques. C. Teaching random skills in each lesson. D. Skipping prerequisite skills. 27. When providing feedback to an adult learner struggling with a safety skill, the WSI should: A. Deliver private, constructive feedback tailored to the learner's goals. B. Publicly point out all errors. C. Ignore difficulties to maintain pace. D. Provide only general praise without specifics. 28. Which method ensures accurate documentation for regulatory compliance? A. Keeping up-to-date records of attendance, evaluations, and incidents. B. Storing only verbal notes. C. Recording data only when requested by supervisors. D. Ignoring documentation requirements. 29. Which evaluation method provides the most comprehensive feedback for water safety instruction? A. A combination of written assessments, skill demonstrations, and peer evaluations. B. Written exams exclusively. C. Timed swimming drills only. D. Group discussions without assessment. 30. A WSI notices that an adult learner demonstrates mastery faster than peers. To apply adult learning principles, the instructor should: A. Offer advanced challenges tailored to the learner's abilities. B. Hold the learner back to match the group pace. C. Provide no further instruction. D. Avoid acknowledging differences.